get priority control over that mid wave and start involving Faker in the side lanes, which he's on Lissandra. You know.
Does spot it. Sweeper's going to give them a little bit of gold back. But this means, look at these red minions over there. Look at this farm that Chachi is not allowed to get in range for.
And the evolution of SKT since MSI has been fascinating to track. At that tournament, it was actually, hold the thought.
First to fight in the bottom side, but they're on top of the lantern. Teddy has to flash. A single auto would kill him, and that won't bring him down. But now it's time for the top side. Rooted in place. First blood will go through to SKT.
And this just is not something that happens if there's a higher baseline of fundamentals. Teams can recognize when other teams are stronger.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a play like this would happen, right? You can see that Chachi can't get this wave in for himself, so they're going to try and push it in. This, most of the time, would just be acknowledgement of a freeze. However, it is going to turn into a team fight right now because Clit is here.
Battle is in. Chachi at 200 HP does have flash, but Coon goes on to Xerxes, who doesn't have the ability to get out. This Gragas cannot find a way to leave, puts in a bit of damage, but Khan is going to get a second kill of the game.
And a play like this is just so rough to watch.
You have to make something crack on this bottom lane or in the mid lane.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what they're looking for. There is a split map happening right now. Humanoid cheating out of the mid lane as well. At minimum, they will be able to take the entirety of this jungle, but looks like they want the dive.
Flash is still gone to the SKT bottom lane, so Northstar going to look for the hook, and effort kites back in, looking like reinforcements are coming over there as we've got Faker right through the river. Spotted now in the vision, though. The chain's going to come across. Can they knock down Faker? A lot of damage coming in, puts on the root to buy some extra time with Aftershock. Over the wall, goes with Eve. Humanoid's going to follow in, and Faker will self-ult for the healing, but doesn't buy enough time. Time for round 2, but with Clit here, he will be able to walk away.
But it's just about making... Oh!
Ooh, Flash gets him to safety, but over the wall! Kabe's there, flashes right back out. That was pretty.
You had to get something, because when SKT make their plays, it is paying off with kills. But they hard forced that one, and now trying to force more.
3 versus 2 down here with the true shot, or the ulti on top as well. Can't play on the first one. There we go. Chachi claims the kill credit. Clit's trying to run. They've traded now. The first kill, second comes in. This is SPLYCE picking up a lot right now as Khan has to run the cooling on, but can't find the kill. A single auto would knock him down, and SPLYCE are firing back.
Herald and Chachi are just getting pushed in.
That route was at the right time. Faker has himself up, but does he have a good way out? Owns the flash, but the CC comes in, and the SPLYCE 2-on-2 take down Faker. Going to is not the expectation for this squad. Hex flash over the wall. Northstar lands the hook. They're gonna land everything, and the shutdown gold goes to Kabe.
And not only does he land the hook on Lucian, but beautifully timed at the CC. Hits him with the knockup, chains it with the silence. There was never going to be a moment that Khan could look for the flash out.
And this is what able to make those plays. There was nothing that SKT could do because there wasn't a dragon on the map.
Oh, into the cocoon! What a prediction! Clit set that one up. Humanoid had cleanse, didn't cast it. SPLYCE solo laners top the tournament in isolated deaths. Within 80 seconds, Chachi nearly gets one shot into Humanoid actually dying.
I think is a little bit higher. They have things like the Gragas engaged, and they might look for it now.
Looking for the Flaku, not going to land just yet, and the Claw's now down for Faker. Hook's going to come into Northstar, they're going to trade blows here. Into the front line, though, Khan putting a lot of damage in, forcing the flash on Northstar. Oh, comes across! Big flash slay! That's one kill coming through. Faker's in the chains, going to find a second now as well. SPLYCE running for the hills. The flash to follow. Xerxes barely lives.
Because SPLYCE, it's about playing hit and run. Unfair fights. Hit the hook. Blow them up with a Blanc. Do not burn all of your cooldowns and run face first into SKT.
On their term, and they're still looking for it.
All right, 3 versus 5. A lot of damage towards Humanoid. Faker first to mark that one, and the jungler. You got to find him. He's nowhere nearby. Smite cannot possibly come through. The smite is there for Clit, of course. SKT get a 2 for 0 because their first 15 minutes are quick.
They have to play it. They have to play late game.
They played SKT and they play the LEC close, and then mid game happens. And if you want to win a game, they got to take it to late game because their mid game, just sadly, it's not quite there. They're getting picked off, and SKT now have a lot of road to run with.
I do like SPLYCE.
Clit might be in a bit of danger.
Oh, danger to Northstar, though. The cocoon over the wall lands. They hook him right back in, and it's time to knock down the mid inhibitor turret. Baron's not up. They crack the base anyway. This inhib is gone.
And I don't know what it is about SKT because you can change out every single member, but they almost always have this core idea you want to do to them. They find it, they figure it out, and they break it.
Almost an opening for Chachi. Gets some damage, but not enough for the kill. Now the ult across from Faker. That could be enough to kill him. Heals a little bit more, but doesn't have the backup. Teddy finds that kill, and there's nowhere for Xerxes to go. He's going to drop as well. There could be more of a chase down. Faker just lives. The flash hook's not going to land. A trade kill. That's a nice one. The cleanse. He tries to get away, just back to the squad. And can he evade SKT? Which one's real? It's one on the north side. Puts in the chain. Everyone's going to bring in a teammate, though, and they're going to find the pull. Teddy on a killing spree. And SKT
And for me, the difference has not only been in the individual mechanics, but also just in the vision game that SKT have been playing since the lane
on top as well, and we'll see how much more they can crack down. Middle inhibitor already dead. Chachi found out by Khan. That matchup was tilted so early, and it's still paying dividends now. The fight on the bottom side. TP comes in, looking to knock down Teddy. Can they kill him? Yes, they will. A 1-for-0, but can it be enough? Can Kave survive with the damage across? They're still chasing down the opponents. Another kill comes in. The culling is there. Just barely can't kill the Kaisa, but a 2v4. The Nexus turrets in sight. 4v2 to push. And SKT, it's still going to be a sub 30-minute win. The first 15 were fought valiantly, but SKT, the champions of Korea for a reason, pad the KDAs, add to the stats, 14-7 in kills, and the Nexus falls in game 1.
And a commanding victory from SK Telecom in the end, but that was a fairly competitive early game, but crucial errors from a young lineup again. Humanoid getting caught out multiple times, Norska getting caught